Will say that you're not supposed to mix the Bible and the Constitution. But what you have to understand is Trump has never read either of them.
Jordan Klepper from The Daily Show has recently been on fire, delivering one but two knockout comedic sets aimed squarely at Donald Trump. The moment of the week came on Wednesday when Klepper zeroed in on Trump's controversial embrace the January 6 rioters, spotlighting them at his recent rally. Shindigs as if they were the guests of honor, Trump in his characteristic flair has been on a crusade, vowing to hand out presidential pardons like candy on Halloween to those who took their grievances a tad too far at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. He's not just talking the talk, he's walking it too, complete with a salute to the rioters while a special rendition of the national anthem, sung by a few of the incarcerated folks involved in the Capitol chaos, plays in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated January 6th hostages.
But it wasn't that long ago that the former president's rhetoric wasn't at all like what we're seeing now.
Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law,
Klepper sees this delicious irony, presenting it with his signature wit in Wednesday night's Daily Show monologue.
I mean, look, we can't normalize this. Do you remember when he wasted 3 months of our lives being mad at Colin Kaepernick for kneeling for the national anthem? Now he's saluting rioters, insurrectionists, and even worse, a cappella singers. And the didn't even take off his hat.
But the point Klepper was attempting to get at with this segment was that Trump is a man who's running for office once again and could potentially be that the next president should not be endorsing the people who vandalized the Capitol.
This is not just a fight for how to remember the past. The people who did January 6th are trying to get back in power. If they lose, they'll do January 6th again. Hell, if they win, they'll probably still do January 6th again, just for old time's sake. And the rest of us need to decide. Are we just going to let them? Are we going to draw the line at treason and tell them?
But it seems as if this is exactly the sort of strategy and rhetoric Trump plans on running with this election cycle. He fired up another rally held in the heart of Dayton, Ohio, with a pledge to throw a lifeline to these defendants, whom he's painted as the modern-day versions of patriotic revolutionaries, day one in office and we're on it, he proclaimed, promising aid. To those he's dubbed patriots and hostages, this isn't just rallying rhetoric. Trump's promise is a thread in a larger narrative fabric he's weaving, aligning himself with the January 6 pathos as he dials up his use of ominous and sometimes violent imagery earlier in the week. Though Kerr did another set targeted towards the now president nominee for the GOP this time, Billionaire caught The Daily Show host's eye with a move that seemed to blend patriotism, religion, and commerce in a way only Trump could conjure.
I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many.
Couldn't help but riff on this divine infomercial coming from someone who has violated every single commandment.
Many? How does that thing not burst into flames immediately, huh? Yeah, Trump is mashing together the Bible and the Constitution like it's a Pizza Hut Taco Bell. And I know people will say that you're not supposed to mix the Bible and the Constitution. But what you have to understand is Trump has never read.
Late at night, Daily Show host did not stop there. He couldn't resist taking a few more jabs at this very honest, very legitimate businessman.
Trump getting into business with God can only mean one thing. God is going to end up bankrupt and serving a 3-month prison sentence for lying under oath. I mean, what's amazing about this is that Trump just made $5 billion on his new stock. Buddy, you're not supposed to be doing this embarrassing grifter shit when you're that rich. Just start a private space company like a normal billionaire sociopath.
This newly released God Bless the USA Bible is inspired by Lee Greenwood's anthem, which Trump takes the stage to at each of his rallies and has even appeared with Greenwood at various events with a price tag of a low $59.99 plus shipping and taxes. Bible isn't just any scripture, it's a patriotic mashup featuring King James Bible and a handwritten version of the chorus of Greenwood's song, along with copies of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, with less than 8 months left until the big day. Leslie Jones dove into the madness on her show. She shared recent polls that were enough to make anyone do a double take this sales pitch at a time. When Trump's financial woes are more like a Shakespearean tragedy, escalation overlaps with his own mounting legal jeopardy of more than $450 million bond. His lawyers say he has been unable to finance while he appeals a civil fraud verdict against his businesses, along with 4 separate criminal cases charging him with paying hush money to an adult film actress, mishandling classified documents, and interfering with the 2020 election results because of this civil fraud lawsuit, where he's been found to have inflated his wealth and falsified records to secure better loans and deals. Trump's bank account and his assets are under siege, but now the New York appeals the court threw him a lifeline, pausing the collection of the huge sum provided, coughs up $175 million shortly after a reduced bond has now been posted by the former president on Monday, preventing the state from seizing his assets until the case is heard in the appeals court. All of this is on top of $992 million bond related to assault cases brought. Yet God bless the USA. The Bible isn't just a standalone product. It's just the latest addition to Trump's ever-expanding commercial empire. From unveiling the $399 Never Surrender high tops that became the talk of Philadelphia's sneaker con, to venturing into the digital realm with NFTs in late 2022, where he reportedly slept between $100,000 and $1 million from a series of digital trading cards that reimagine him as an array of cartoonish figures, from astronaut to cowboy. Trump's knack for branding knows no limits. He's even turned the nostalgia of his presidency into a profitable venture with books filled with presidential snapshots and letters penned to him over the years, while the venture behind the shoes is 45 Footwear also sells other Trump-branded footwear, cologne, and perfume, but before anyone who cries foul. Claiming this, the Bible blurs the line between the sacred and the commercial. A quick visit to the product's website offers a disclaimer. Designed to quell such concerns, the site goes to great lengths to declare God Bless the USA Bible as a purely non-political entity, untouched by campaign tie. It states emphatically that the product is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign. God Bless the US Bible. COM is not owned, managed, or controlled by Donald J. Trump, the Trump organization, CKING Ventures LLC, or any of their respective principals or affiliates. It says, instead, it says God Blessed You Sub Bible. COM uses Donald J. Trump's name, likeness, and image under paid license from CKING Ventures LLC, which license may be terminated or revoked. According to its terms, CKING Ventures LLC, a company that Trump reported owning in his 2023 financial disclosure, has a similar arrangement with 45 Footwear, which also says it's Trump's name, likeness, and image under a paid license from CKING Ventures LLC, whose license may be terminated or revoked. According to CKING Ventures LLC, is a company that Trump reported owning in his 2023 financial disclosure has a similar arrangement with 45 Footwear, which also says it uses Trump's name, likeness, and image under a paid license from CKING Ventures LLC, whose license may be terminated or revoked. According to its, all of this hints at a broader strategy of monetizing the Trump brand across various platforms. Details surrounding the financials of Trump's arrangement with the God Bless the USA, the Bible remains under wraps as inquiries about his compensation for the licensing agreement and potential earnings per book sales have yet to receive responses from his team or the Bible's representative. Trump's rapport with his white evangelical Christian voter base stands strong despite a lifestyle and history that starkly contrasts with the principles one would typically associate with Christian teachings. His appeal to this group remains unshaken even after a notable gaffe at Liberty University, where he referred to 2 Corinthians as 2 Corinthians, raised more than a few eyebrows in a telling moment back in 2015 during an interview with Bloomberg Politics. Trump was hesitant to discuss his favorite Bible verse. States, "I wouldn't want to get into it because me, that's very personal." He said that the Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics. Trump's presidency also witnessed a controversial moment. When law enforcement cleared racial justice demonstrators from a park the way for him to pose with a Bible at St. John's Church, a move that drew criticism from religious leaders, including the Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Washington. Before venturing into politics, Trump was known for endorsing a range of products from frozen steaks to vodka and even a venture called Trump University, which later legal challenges over fraud allegations. But we shouldn't let these antics detract from the very real consequences of Trump's dangerous campaign strategy can result in has been a very deliberate and very tactical shift in Trump's language during his campaigns until November. Trump called the January 6 defendants political prisoners, later changing to hostages. This shift, along with the increased use of criminals to label various adversaries, as noted by the Washington Post, signifies a dangerous turn in the government's politics. The fact that a potential presidential candidate is offering a shoulder to the convicted criminals should ring alarm bells for everybody. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest updates on the election cycle. Stay informed. See you all in the next one.